Okay, we're back, folks. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, here's what I want to spend the next 10 minutes working on and talking about, for the most part. An hour ago, President tweeted this out, and yesterday I read an article down the same line, and I've known this for quite some time, and I wondered when the president would actually, because we're talking about the shutdown, okay? Now let's go to number 14, or no, number 15. Put that up. So on Friday, we have a looming shutdown. No deal in sight as government moves closer to shutdown. Sorry, we're partially closed. Okay, leave that up there. And I wondered, you know, they're saying, well, we don't have anything coming out of the White House right now. And we're trying to work out a deal for a CR, a continuing resolution. Continuing resolution means they can spend at the same rates. Nothing else happens. They cut Jack. They cut Jack SH. That's my new thing, SH. If I throw the SH in there, it's up to you to fill in the blank to do the word puzzle. But they're full of SH just to tell us that, you know, they need to do a CR, a continuing resolution. And that's another thing. These appropriation bills and what your congressmen are doing, it's a joke, all right? You know, we used to have a thing called pork barrel spending. Oh, my God. So on the 21st, so I'm waiting, all right? Illegal immigration, the president tweets out. Now, he wants $5 billion. $5 billion. And I don't want to sound like that's all he wants. He wants $5 billion. Period. All right? To build this wall and stop illegal immigration. Not legal immigration. Stop illegal aliens from coming across the border. All right? Now, what are they doing? All right? What did the man do? Now, he's a citizen. All right? So we're not going to get down the weeds on that. But put this picture up really quick. Let's go with number 17. Okay? Now, this man and his son is a citizen, all right? So he traveled back. You need to understand. This boy is dying, all right? And remember, Trump's travel ban, the heartless piece of garbage Trump is, won't let the mother in because she's Yemeni. All right, and it's on the list. Yemen is on the list. But the father and the son are citizens, so they can come back. Guess what they did? They ran back here for health care for their son. Okay, fine. They're citizens. All right? Put back up number 15. But right there, they came back for health care for their son. Right? Now, Trump says, hey, we spend $200 billion a year. All right, the United States cost illegal immigration $200 billion a year. How was that allowed to happen? How was it allowed to happen? Every state, no matter what state you're in right now, go and watch your Medicaid expansion. Go and watch the battle in your capitals over failing rural hospitals. Go and see what's called indigent care cost you. Go and see how much public assistance we are giving to each and every one of these illegals on a daily basis, whether it be food, housing, shelter, same as housing, I guess, medicine, medical attention, schools, our hospitals, schools. Every time you have a state say, this year we are going to fully fund our schools, they're a burden on your hospitals. They're a burden on your doctor system. They're a burden on everything they possibly can be in your state. And it's costing you billions of dollars, all right? Billions of dollars. Homeless. A quarter of all the national homeless population, 20 of all of it across this country, is divided between New York City and LA. Billions. He wants 5. He wants 5. We're spending $200 billion a year. They will fight us. They fight us. They're like Churchill. They fight us in the streets. They fight us in the valleys. They fight us no matter where they're at. They fight us in our own courts. They want their school paid for. They want their Hope Scholarship paid for. They want their medical paid for. They want to get all of everything they can paid for. $200 billion a year. And we may shut the government down on December 21st over $5 billion. There's not a Democrat won, and there's very few Republicans concerned that the CR they pass, meaning they can spend at the same rate they did yesterday, will include enough money to keep paying out the $200 billion. That's okay. The states, the crippling burden on the finances of the states, the billions of dollars from the federal government, that is not enough to build security on our southern border. $5 billion. You figure it out. $5 billion versus $20 billion. What is their problem? I know their problem. You know it. Okay, an hour ago, the President of the United States tweeted out, Russian dossier reporter now doubts dopey Christopher Steele's claims. When you get into the details of the Steele dossier, the specific allegations, we have not seen the evidence to support them. These good grounds to think that some of the more sensational allegations will never be proven, capital letters, and are likely false. Thank you, Michael Izov, Yahoo, for honestly what this means is that the FISA warrants and the whole Russian witch hunt is a fraud and a hoax which should be ended immediately. Also, it was paid for by crooked Hillary and the DNC. That was an hour ago. And let me say this, we got to close. Let me get to this. One, I would like you to go number 3. I think it's a perfect time to start looking at the Federal Reserve and learning a little bit about it and who this gang is, from Jimmy Carter, but go all the way back to Woodrow Wilson. And yes, you're going to take me to task and say, well, the judge's ruling on Obamacare really hit healthcare stocks, whatever. There's other indicators. I'm not going to say I agree with that. But here, this is the thing, number 6. All right. The looming investigations hanging over Trump. Yesterday, Judge Napolitano went on Fox and said, yes, he's got enough evidence. He's an unindicted co-conspirator. And then Shepard Smith, his little friend on Fox, said the judge, could he not be already indicted and we don't know it? Well, it's possible he could have a sealed indictment. All right? Just saying. Just saying. So they are prepping everything they can to go after him next year. You don't like it? I apologize. I really do. I don't like saying it. But all of these, I watch videos of Tom Fitton from Judicial Watch. I watch the Clinton Foundation pay to play. I read the stories, and they're going to turn into cold case files in about 12 to 13 days because the Democrats are coming, and they got a whole different direction. 2019 to them, they will finish. You see, according to them, you should have caught on by now he didn't win. According to the new reports with the Russians and social media and how what the Russians did, everything that's come out, you should now understand he did not even win. He's an illegitimate president. So the efforts, we should applaud the people that were trying to stop him from being even sworn in at his inauguration. The efforts of Michael Cohen trying to save the country and being an American hero is out there. You should know by now he didn't win. You should know by now it's a bad experiment. You should know by now that we need to ask him to nicely leave. That is the media. That's what they're trying to do. I'm your host. Hey, I'm in a great mood. Didn't mean to be such a downer. I hope I wasn't a downer today. I'll be back tomorrow morning in the same great mood. Now it's time for Instant Replay with Dave Garner. Take us out here, Josh.